In this video we will first understand what OBD2 scanner is and how it communicates with vehicle, and then we will look into our first prototype. First let's understand what OBD2 scanner is and how it communicates with vehicle. Now inside the vehicle there are many electrical circuits or sensors which sends data to the ECU. This is an ECU. These are small electrical circuits or sensors. There are more than 40 sensors in the vehicle which constantly send data to the ECU. ECU gets the data and controls the corresponding modules according to the data that particular sensor sends in. For example, fuel level sensors inform the ECU about the remaining fuel, and the ECU displays the data on your dashboard of a car. Now these are some sensors which send data to the ECU. This is an ECU, and ECU controls the corresponding module according to their sensors data. Now let's understand what OBD is. OBD is basically a software inside CPU that monitors the various components health and performance and store their data inside its CPU. There are many types of OBD or OBD ports which are inside a vehicle. This is the older version which they call OBD1, and this is a new version that called the OBD2. Now how the connection is made between the OBD2 and the OBD scanner. It's these lines indicates the power which on which the OBD2 scanner power on, and the another line indicates the communication which on which the OBD2 scanner actually communicates with the OBD2 inside the CPU. Now how the OBD2 talk to ECU or car. The OBD2 scanner communicate with vehicle ECU by sending requests for the specific information, such as if we engine oil temperature, we will send a request to the ECU, and ECU will respond to that data, that request with the requested data. Let's look into our diagram. So this is our OBD2 scanner, and it is connected to the OBD2 port. This is the OBD2 port, and for example we want to get the engine oil temperature. We will send the request, for example 0x3 to the OBD2 port, and the port is connected back to the ECU. So basically this request will transfer to the ECU, and ECU will look into the request and respond back to that request with the data. Now for example the ECU requested with the data which is 0x55. Now when we get the data inside the OBD2 scanner, we will transfer that data through Bluetooth, and once we get that data, we will decode this data which we already have. How to decode the data from Wikipedia. There are many sites that tells how to decode that ECU request, ECU responded data. So inside mobile app we will decode the data. So for example 0x55 means 240 Fahrenheit temperature. So these are the basics which we want to cover. Let's look into our first prototype hardware. Let's understand the prototype and what components these are. This is the CAN module which we are using to communicate to the CAN bus of a car. The car data will first feed into this CAN bus. Then this is the SD card module to store the data into the SD card. The SD card are plug-in, and this is the buck converter. Basically we will be getting 12 volts or 24 volts, up to 24 volts from vehicle. And these components run in on the 5 volts or 3.3 volts, so we converting that 12 volts to the 5 volts and to operate these components. This is the main chip which will do all the processing, and after processing it will send data to the Bluetooth and receive data from the Bluetooth app. These are the power lines, and these are the communication line. In these lines we will be communicating to the car, and these lines will be used to the power up these board. As you can see, the power lines are connected to the 12 volt power supply. Now in this board I have created a virtual ECU. What it will do, this board will send a request to the ECU, this board, and it will respond back to this prototype OBD2 scanner. So by this method we will be communicating between these two boards. Between one is ECU and another one is OBD2 scanner. Now I have created opened two windows. One is this one, and another one is this one. On this window, we will be printing the data that ECU is getting from the OBD2 scanner. This is the ECU. This data will be printing on this window, and the ECU data that the OBD2 data, OBD2 scanner data that OBD2 scanner is getting from the ECU will be printed on this window. And this is the mobile app which we will be used for the to show the data that is coming through Bluetooth. Now before powering up this board, let's try to understand what will happen if I turn this board on, power up this board. What will happen first? It will check for the Bluetooth connection. If Bluetooth is not connected, it will goes into the auto mode. In auto mode, it will send the request one by one to the ECU for the different information for different sensors, and the response of the ECU, it will store that response in the inside the SD card. And once we make a connection with the with this board, once we made connection with this board, it will first transfer the file that present inside the SD card. It will first transfer this file to the mobile app, and once all transfer is done, it will delete that file. And once it all done, at the same time it will also come out from the auto mode, and it will came into the Bluetooth mode. In Bluetooth mode, it will not by itself, it will not send any request to the ECU. It will wait for the, and the controller will not by itself, it will not send any request to the ECU. It will wait for the commands or that request. So we will be then we will be requesting the ECU through the mobile app. We will send request to the this OBD2 scanner, and OBD2 scanner will send request to the that ECU, and the response of the ECU will be sent directly to the mobile app. Now I have powered on this. So now at time the Bluetooth app is not connected, so it is in auto mode. In auto mode, it will send the response to the ECU and store the response to the SD card. As you can see, this is the request that our OBD scanner has made, and the ECU, this is the response of the ECU and the corresponding message that data is written to the file. So basically our OBD2 scanner is making request to the ECU, and ECU responds back to the OBD2 scanner, and OBD2 scanner is storing that response inside the SD card, and the communication is happening on this line called CAN bus. Now let's connect this app and see what happens. Now let's connect it to this board. Now once I made a connection, it will first send the data from which they already stored inside the SD card. It will first transfer the data to the mobile app, and this is all the responses of the ECU that the SD card that it stored in the SD card. Now once it's all done, it will automatically delete that file, and now as you can see, it deleted that file, and it will, and now it's not sending any data request to the ECU. It stopped there. As you can see, now as you can see, it is not sending any data to the ECU. The ECU is not getting any requests from the OBD2 scanner. Now let's try to send one request to the ECU to Bluetooth app. Now there are commands for the requests. Let's suppose we want to send request of 0 of 32. So the command of that request is 0032. Now there is a send button, and this is the request that we made, and this is the response of the ECU. As we can see here, the request of the OBD2 and the response of the ECU, and the response is directly transferred to the mobile app. Thank you.